Hackers disrupt all Aeroflot flights, bringing travel in Russia to a halt. Camia, a game from Steam, is riddled with malware. OpenAI's agents are able to handle CAPTCHAs, and T for 2 takes on a whole new meaning with a second leak of even more sensitive information. This is Cybersecurity Today. I'm your host, Jim Love. The T app, a woman-only dating safety platform that verifies users with a selfie and government ID, is now at the center of a second serious data leak. Last week, a user on 4chan revealed that T's Firebase storage bucket was left unsecured, exposing over 72,000 images. These included 13,000 selfies and IDs used for verification, plus 59,000 photos shared in posts, comments, and messages. T claims selfies were retained to comply with cyberbullying investigations, but that hasn't stopped the images from spreading across hacking forums via torrents. And now, a second exposed database has been discovered, this time leaking over 1.1 million private messages between users. Security researcher Kasra Rajerdi found that any T user could access stored data simply by using their own API key. And these messages, spanning much more recent times from 2023 to just last week, include highly sensitive conversations about such things as abortions, infidelity, and even personal trauma. Researchers say it's possible to identify users by cross-referencing message content with social media handles or phone numbers. One attacker has already created a face smash-style website inviting visitors to rate leaked selfies, turning a platform designed for safety into a tool for humiliation. Both the first and second leaks were due to unauthenticated Firebase databases using easily guessed names like T-prod. Aeroflot, Russia's flagship airline, was forced to cancel more than 100 flights on Sunday after a cyber attack disabled parts of its internal IT systems. The pro-Ukraine hacking group Silent Crow claimed responsibility along with the Belarusian group Cyber Partisans. Silent Crow has also taken credit for attacks this year on a Russian real estate database, a state telecom provider, a major insurer, the Moscow IT department, and even the Russian office of Kia Motors, some resulting in large data leaks. Cyber warfare has been part of Ukraine's fight back since Russia's 2022 invasion, when Kyiv helped mobilize a 300,000-strong digital force through a Telegram group known as the IT Army of Ukraine. And that army is having an impact. In a statement, Silent Crow claimed this attack followed a year-long infiltration of Aeroflot systems, during which it destroyed 7,000 servers and accessed personal computers used by senior managers. The group did not provide proof of these claims, but threatened to release the personal data of all Russians who've ever flown with Aeroflot. According to The Guardian, Silent Crow said it isn't seeking ransom or money, just disruption. The group remains relatively unknown, with only a few previous public claims. And while Russian passengers have become familiar with drone attacks causing air travel delays, this marks one of the first major cyber attacks aimed at disrupting flights. Aeroflot has resumed most services by Monday, but the incident highlights how civilian infrastructure is becoming a front line in digital warfare. And finally, a game offered through Steam's early access program has been found hiding 3 types of malware, according to a report by the cybersecurity firm Prodaft. Prodaft, a European cyber threat intelligence company known for tracking advanced threat actors, said the game Camia, I hope I'm saying it right, was laced with Info Stealers and Backdoor malware. The title was marketed as a post-apocalyptic survival crafting game, but users who requested access to its playtest were unknowingly downloading malicious code. According to Prodaft, Camia installed Fickle Stealer, Vidder Stealer, and Hijack Loader. The first two are designed to steal sensitive information, including browser data, saved passwords, and cryptocurrency wallets. The third acts as a loader, enabling attackers to silently deliver more malware to infected systems in the future. The developer was listed as Aetherforge Studios, but ProDaft and reporters found no trace of that name online. No website, no social media, no public history tied to the game. Camia remained live on Steam as of the morning of July 25th, 2 days after the report was published, but it was quietly pulled later that day. The malware campaign appears linked to a group called Encrypt Hub, which ProDaft says has been running targeted spear phishing attacks since at least June of 2024. Indicators of compromise, including hashes for the embedded malware, have been published on GitHub for defenders to review. This incident is a stark reminder. Just because software is distributed on a trusted platform like Steam doesn't guarantee it's safe, especially when the developer's identity is murky or unverifiable. And finally, researchers at Robust Intelligence have discovered that OpenAI's GPT-4-based agent is not just phenomenal in terms of its actions, but it can actually bypass CAPTCHA tests. You know, those I am not a robot challenges that are meant to block automated access to websites? In their demo, the team built a live site using Google reCAPTCHA and had GPT-4 perform basic tasks through OpenAI's browser and function calling tools. When the agent encountered a reCAPTCHA checkbox, it simply clicked it, passed the test, and moved on without human help. This wasn't a simulation or a back-end bypass. The agent used a live browser session, interacted with real page elements, and succeeded on its own. It didn't need to solve visual puzzles or trick a human, as earlier bots sometimes did. CAPTCHA, which is short for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to tell computers and humans apart, has evolved from simple challenges to complex behavior-based systems. Some implementations, like CrowdStrike's, now detect non-human interaction patterns and then serve up image puzzles even humans find frustrating. According to Ars Technica, GPT-4 treated the reCAPTCHA like any other interface and casually clicked through. That said, results may vary. We saw this and tried it on a live site using a reCAPTCHA, and we couldn't reproduce the bypass. Our agent asked for help, then it timed out and eventually left us to click the box ourselves. Still, the original demo shows that AI is getting better and better at these tasks, and that means that CAPTCHA systems will have to get harder, unfortunately, for humans too. And if you've ever sat there clicking through some of these blurry pictures of traffic lights and steps and mountains, expect more of that. But before you get too annoyed, here's a reason to smile. The irony of having an AI having to prove it's not a robot hasn't gone unnoticed. As one Reddit user joked, it's been trained on human data. Why would it identify as a bot? We should respect that choice. And that's our show. Just a reminder to keep an eye on the new agents that are appearing. While they're no doubt interesting and perhaps highly useful, I'm working with them now, and I got to tell you, I think they're going to present us with some challenges. OpenAI has warned people to ensure we don't use them unsupervised or use them in highly sensitive processes before they're actually proven. But hey, if people actually paid attention to warnings, 90% of our job would be done with just a warning. Until we reach that nirvana, I'm your host, Jim Love. Thanks for listening.